Welcome back, my fellow citizen scientists. Hope you guys are having a great week. And on today's short and sweet, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to send a challenge your way into the ether, and I hope you accept. And what this challenge is going to do, and what I hope it'll do, is change the way that you perceive your everyday reality. I want to tweak the lens from which you are operating subconsciously, if you will. And what this means, and if you saw my recent TikTok, you might know where I'm going with this, and that is to shift from the Newtonian world to the quantum world. Now, what does that mean? The Newtonian world is where we are conditioned and programmed to focus our awareness on the material world, right? Everything has a height and a width and a depth and a weight, and we're always focused on the material goods. And worse than that, we're trained that we need that thing to make us feel whole. We need that new TV and those new shoes to feel whole and happy and accomplished. We need that new job to feel like we matter. We need that new relationship to feel love, right? And that is the opposite of how we should be operating. We need to be in the quantum world, okay? And what that means is we create that feeling that we are trained and programmed to think that we need to make that feeling. So what does this look like? This looks like walking around as though you have that new relationship, feeling that self-love as though you have that loving relationship, walking around feeling whole and happy as though you actually have that big screen TV and that pair of shoes that you wanted, okay? And now how are we going to do this? So the example I'm going to use is, let's say you want to buy a house and you need $5,000 to do it. Most people just go, okay, I need to save money, focus on the material, the money. I'll save $500 a month until I get to $5,000, then I'll go look for a house. That's about as far as it goes. Focusing on the material, on the predictable world, right? Newtonian is predictable. We got to get out of that routine and stop being predictable. The quantum is a little bit different, and it's a lot of bit better, okay? The quantum is first defining what you want, okay? I want a 3-bedroom, and not even that. You can't say what you want, because by saying the very word want and thinking want, you are creating lack. You are teaching yourself, oh, I don't have that yet. How you go about it is say, I have. So the house that we have is a 3-bed, 2-bath house on the mountains with a walkout basement, okay? And we're gonna think about this, and we're gonna emotionally embrace this as true as though we have this house, because we do have the house, every single day. And what this does is all of a sudden we're going to start walking around as though we have this house. Sometimes it's even best to even drive up to the mountains and look at the house and say, oh my gosh, that's my house. You might even put a key up to it and go, oh wait, I actually don't have the house yet. That's how good the quantum is. You feel as though you have it because we do have it, okay? And in the quantum reality, instead of saving your money and then going house hunting, something else different happens. Something happens that you could not predict. Something from the infinite field of potential possibilities happens. All of a sudden, you're walking into the grocery store, and you're in the grape section, and there's a realtor on the phone, and you overhear her saying that she has a brand new property, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in the mountains with a walkout basement that, due to some family issues, is now up for sale. It's actually a foreclosure. It is at the bottom dollar, and she can't believe it herself. And you say, how's it going? My name's Dylan. Nice to meet you. I heard you were talking about a house. Let's discuss further. All of a sudden, that what we already have falls into our lap, not through predictable means, not through focusing on the material world to acquire it. So my challenge to you is tomorrow, I want you to change your routine. Don't be predictable and start focusing on quantum potentials. How do you do this? If you roll out of bed on the left, I want you to double roll out to the right, even if it's not convenient. If you brush your teeth with your right hand, I want you to brush your teeth with your left hand. If you have any sort of jewelry or a watch, you put it on one hand, I want you to put it on the other. And that's going to be your daily reminder. Every time you look at the time or you feel something on your ring, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not predictable today. I'm going to raise my hand in that meeting. I'm going to drive a different way to work. I'm going to ask that person to join me on lunch. And as you start building this daily habit of not being predictable, of focusing on the energy, the vibrations, and the frequency rather than the matter, the material itself, your life is going to change. Because what we're seeing right now at the heart Math Institute, we can measure your heart outside of your body. We have EEGs that can measure your brainwaves outside of your skull. We are seeing a whole new form of communication beyond just my words and my eyes and my movements. We have a subtle form of communication that is invisible to the human eye on the electromagnetic frequency that is beyond our level of awareness, that is influencing everything around us through vibrations, frequencies, and energies. And when you start walking around as though you already have it and you are it, then you already have it. And it will become magnetized to you like you've never seen. And this has to be a daily practice. So that is my challenge to you. Change up your routine. Stop thinking in the terms of material, that you need something outside of you to make you feel away, and instead create that feeling and focus on vibration, frequency, and energy, and that will pull the materials to you. And the cool thing is after a while, you won't even care about materials. Let me tell you. The last thing you want when you feel whole and happy and true love inside of yourself, you're going to realize, I don't need those things that I thought I needed to make myself feel a type of way. And in fact, the side effect will be, I want to give this feeling to others. I want to share this daily practice, this discipline, this idea of the quantum world with other people. All right, so in the meantime, please comment below. Let me know what you implemented, whether it was brushing your teeth with a different hand or putting your watch on the opposite side to trigger thinking about the quantum world. And in the meantime, I want you guys to stay hungry, keep learning, and continue to be your own expert.